Okay, let's dive right into this explainer and tackle something literally all of us have struggled with, turning the total chaos of poorly written instructions into perfectly engineered, foolproof steps. Have you ever bought flat pack furniture or maybe tried to set up a new piece of software only to find yourself completely lost by step 3 with a bunch of spare parts in your hand? Yeah, we've all been there. Today, we're going to fix that by looking at the actual science and structure behind writing instructions that work. Here's our roadmap for today. We're going to break down the anatomy of an instruction manual. We'll start with the heart of instructions. Look at mastering the imperative mood. Cover the one action per step rule. Dive into formatting rules. And finally, we'll build a perfect model document together. All right, kicking things off with Section 1, the heart of instructions and exactly why numbered steps matter. So this right here is where instructions either completely succeed or completely fail. There's really no middle ground. The numbered step is the absolute heartbeat of your document. When you write clear, well-organized steps, you can take a highly complex technical task and make it totally manageable for a beginner. But on the flip side, if your steps are vague or poorly ordered, you'll take a simple task and turn it into an absolute nightmare for your reader. Moving right along to Section 2, master the imperative mood. Tone starts with grammar. If you want to write good instructions, the imperative mood is your best friend. It's the natural voice of instructional writing because it's clear, it's concise, and it's highly action-oriented. Unlike other forms of writing where you might want to be really descriptive or conversational, instructional writing demands that you speak directly to the reader. You are giving a command, and that command must start with a verb.
You can see the difference right here. The imperative version is practically impossible to misunderstand, whereas the other options just bury the action, hide the actor, or cause unnecessary confusion. Look at that passive example. The back panel should be removed. Well, by whom? It hides the person actually doing the action. The wordy version, you will want to go ahead and remove, just buries the actual instruction in useless filler. And the conditional version, the user may remove, makes the reader pause and wonder, wait, is this step optional? Only the imperative, remove the back panel, gets the job done efficiently.
Notice how that passive voice feels kind of weak and hesitant? The power button should be pressed is a classic technical writing trap. It sounds formal, sure, but it's actually just confusing. By shifting to the imperative makeover, press and hold the power button. You're immediately directing the user's physical action. It's sharp, and it commands the reader. Here's another great makeover, showing how cutting out wordy filler totally respects your reader's time. Think about it. When people are reading instructions, they're usually right in the middle of a task. They might be holding a tool in one hand, staring at a computer screen. They don't want conversational filler like, at this point, what you are going to want to do. They just want to know what to do. Remove the 4 Phillips head screws. Boom. Done. Straight to the action. Okay, on to Section 3. One action per step. We're going to fix the dreaded run-on mistake. Just imagine trying to read this giant run-on sentence while you're replacing a water filter. You might remove the old filter, get distracted for a second, and skip straight to inserting the new one without rinsing the housing at all. This is the ultimate danger of the run-on step. Writers often do this to save vertical space on the page. But let's be real, readers don't read instructions ahead of time. They perform an action, look at the page, and then look back at their task. If you bury 6 actions in one sentence, making an error is practically guaranteed. Now look what happens when we break that exact same paragraph down into 6 distinct numbered steps. It's night and day. We ensure the reader completes one single action, looks back, and instantly knows where they are. Each number serves as an anchor point. They finish step 3, and they know for sure they're on step 4 next. It completely eliminates the guesswork and drastically reduces user error. Let's jump into Section 4, formatting rules. We're talking substeps, numbers, and bullets. So you only want to use substeps when smaller actions logically belong together under a main step. Like in this printer setup example, if we made plugging in the USB cable and waiting for a notification their own main numbered steps, the user might lose the broader context that they're just connecting the printer. Substeps group these related microactions beautifully. But a quick rule of thumb, don't nest them more than one level deep. If you find yourself needing sub-steps, your process is way too complicated and probably needs a brand new section. This right here is a totally foolproof rule to remember. If the sequence matters, use numbers. If the order doesn't matter, use bullets. It is so tempting to just use bullet points for everything because they look clean and modern, but numbers actually communicate critical data to the brain. They say, this is a sequence and order is mandatory. Bullets just say, here's a collection of things, grab them however you like.
Before we build our final document, keep these rapid-fire formatting rules in mind so you maintain absolute consistency. Always start with that imperative verb. Keep it to 1 or 2 sentences tops. If you need a whole paragraph to explain something, put it in a note before the step. Be fiercely consistent with your bolding and italics. And finally, tell the user what should happen. If they click a button, tell them a confirmation dialog appears. Believe me, it gives them immense peace of mind. Finally, Section 5, the perfect model document. Let's put it all together. Take a look at this model document. Notice how it smartly uses bullets for the prerequisites? That's because you can gather these items in absolutely any order. It really doesn't matter if you get your temporary password before your employee ID or if you connect to the network first. The bullet points accurately signal to the user, hey, just make sure you have all of these before you start. Then it transitions right into numbered steps for the actual execution, using that imperative mood we talked about: navigate, enter, click, giving just one clear action at a time. The sequence is absolutely critical here. You literally cannot click sign in before you enter your ID. The numbering enforces the sequence, and those strong leading verbs leave zero ambiguity about what the user needs to do with their keyboard and mouse. And finally, giving the expected result confirms for the user that they nailed the steps and the task is fully complete. Without a result statement, the user reaches the end of the list and kind of wonders, wait, is that it? Did it even work? This simple statement closes the loop and provides a crystal clear signal of success. So, I'm going to leave you with this thought. Take a quick moment to audit your own workplace writing and see if you can apply these principles to bring clarity to your team. Whether you're onboarding a new hire, writing a quick email on how to use the weird new coffee machine, or drafting complex software documentation, remember that clear steps are a literal gift to your reader. Did your last guide use the imperative mood? Did you stick to one action per step? Check your work, apply these rules, and watch how much more effective your instructions become. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and keep learning.